Catastrophe entitled Ghosts. When things were clearing up and snug in her basket, Mary said that was the best party I have ever been to, and Kate agreed, smiling. Snorri was glad that she had made an impression, but it wasn't exactly the one she had intended. It didn't take her long to fall asleep, as it had been a very eventful and tiring day. The next morning, Kate was up early. She had plans for an eventful day. It was a perfect day for a walk, and Kate decided that they both needed a bit of exercise and a little fresh air. In the morning, Snorri wasn't as energetic as usual. It must be all that cake, thought Kate. We'll soon walk all that off, she said as she stroked a tired looking and quizzical Snowy. It was a lovely day as they walked through the town. I think we'll take a detour, said Kate. I think we'll take the scenic route, she added enthusiastically. And Snowy wagged her tail in appreciation. They cut down an alley and then they came to the edge of the woods. Snowy had never been to the woods before, and Kate was sure that Snowy would love it. It's time to let Snowy off her lead, she said to herself, and she unclipped the lead with a little trepidation. She hoped that Snowy wouldn't run too far. Snowy was hesitant at first, and it was lovely being out in the open air, away from all of the stresses and strains of the day, and she was sure that Snowy felt the same, especially after being catnapped and then surviving an eventful party. Katy giggled. Snowy had definitely thought happily. When Snowy got close to the stream, she turned to Kate with a frown on her face. I'm not going to be catnapped again, she thought to herself as she looked at the strangely dressed men with their whips. Little did she know that they were just simple fishermen passing the time of day. Kate could see the unhappiness in Snowy's face, and she caught up with her. I know, she said, sensing Snowy's worries. Let's go to a place where there are no people about. Unfortunately, Kate thought that people were everywhere, and she was at a loss of where to go. And then she had a great idea. The graveyard. Now, to some people, this would seem like a scary and depressing idea, but to Kate, where she could gather her thoughts, and she hoped that Snowy would like it too. Straight away, Snowy began chasing butterflies and running around the ancient mossy covered headstones. Kate found a bench to sit on, and she reached into her bag and she pulled out a glossy fashion magazine. No one else around. Peace at last, she thought. The only sounds were the slow turning of the magazine and the helicopter-like buzz of the bees and dragonflies. It was like time had stood still, and Kate could feel all of her stresses melting away. She glanced up and she could see that Snowy had settled down on the grass, and she was licking her paws diligently. It was like she was in her own world. It was then that Kate looked up and she saw graveyard. She was dressed in black and she looked like she was deep in mourning. Kate felt sorry for her. She'd almost forgotten what kind of place she was in. To her, it was a place of peace, not a place of death. The last thing that she wanted was to think of her or Snowy not being around. Suddenly, Snowy stood up and she looked alert like a hunting dog. She was looking directly at the poor old lady like she was mesmerized. But then Kate realized that she couldn't see her feet. It was as if she was floating, thought Kate, but she wasn't frightened, she was intrigued. Oh my God, she thought to herself, she's a ghost. And then Snowy ran over to her. Kate watched to see what would happen. The old lady bent down and she began to stroke Snowy with her chalk white hands. Snowy didn't look scared at all, but realized that she couldn't see the gravestones and the swaying daffodils right through her, as if she was made of cellophane. The old lady smiled and then she walked away with the black skirt trailing over the freshly cut grass. Coming next, Cat Chapter 33, Cat Finds Love.